Will my turtles like Exo Terra's aquatic turtle floating pellets? Let's give it a try. There's some information for you guys here. You can read the back. Feel free to pause it if it's too fast. So this is the fourth video of the feed series, testing my ornate diamondback terrapins' taste preferences, hoping their results will help me and other keepers to us decide what pellets our terrapins may enjoy most. You can see the size comparison here. It's about the same size as Mazuri. Reptimin is a little thinner and longer. Let's introduce the same cast of characters. We got Bubbles the Eater, Tank the Explorer, and Fox our shy and picky dude. Ding ding, let's start the feed. So let me start by saying these pellets are about the same size as Mazuri, but lighter in color and feel soft like a marshmallow. There's no strong odor coming from these. Once I turn off the filter, usually these guys come out ready to like scream buffet. And I started doing these tests with newer foods. They don't seem to be so enthusiastic about coming out to feed. As usual, I allow 20 minutes for data collection while turning off the filter. This is actually the third time my turtles have encountered these pellets. It looks safe to say these guys might have been hoping it was something else. Fox is looking very excited, but he retreats pretty quickly after a few sniffs. What I find very odd is to see that Bubbles is not interested. I would have never expected that. Tank's looking a little hesitant at first. The larger cluster of pellets might make him feel a little unsure which pellet he's smelling that might smell good. But he's our first judge to eat. Turtle tip. Bubbles, the big female you're watching now, she actually recently shed her scutes off, and she and her sisters got some beautiful, very beautiful shell coloration. They call it flower back. It's very pretty. Check it out. And you're also going to see little bits of pitting. It looks like little white specks on the shell. And that's all actually bacteria. I think they were trying to shed their scutes last year, but it didn't really come off. So this year I had to assist that a little bit. Maybe next year I'll show a video on that. But and once I started assisting it, everything just started falling right off, and I got to see kind of the damage that happened under the shell. It looked fine on the surface, but under the shell is where all the damage was happening. So my turtle tip for you is, when turtles look like their scutes are getting ready to shed, make sure they're getting plenty of warmth and basking opportunity. And try to not disturb them so that they can dry those shells off as much as possible, which will help them to shed the scutes. Tank Sherm seems to have decided that he likes these pellets. I'm going to change the format of these feedings because it's coming into winter and these guys need to get ready for the upcoming breeding season. But I'll use some of my other terrapins that are definitely older and just about ready to breed as well as some young ones. I plan on incorporating more than just one food at a time. I think that'll give us a better idea of what the turtles' taste preferences are, and hopefully that'll help provide us with more information. So stay tuned, those videos should be pretty fun. We are now in October, and I'm sure the lighting cycle may play a variable for any test from here on out. Turtles are starting to brumate during this time of the season, so they start eating less as the temperatures drop and the lighting cycle starts to diminish. We get less hours in the day. I will test more and upload the results each week. So the results of this pellet looks about the same. I'm going to say, in general, for the first test, it's going to be a 1 out of 3, which is not bad at all, considering these terrapins haven't had a whole bunch of exposure to these pellets. And they're older. Usually exposing terrapins to these pellets earlier on does help have a lot more success with them. The next feed video should be very interesting. I'm going to be using a lot of different foods, and I'm really interested myself, just to see what the results are going to be. I was recently on Dan the Guppy Man's live stream. That was pretty awesome. He's also a good reference if you'd like to check out his channel. He also has terrapins, in addition to other species that you may find pretty cool. If you like diamondback terrapins and would like to learn about their care, please consider subscribing, as we will discuss all the topics of food, setups, lighting, and much more to help prepare you for success. I do want to stress that my findings are just my findings. They're not very comprehensive. I just hope that it gives you a good idea that if you're not having any success with a certain pellet, that you might have success with others.